One of the keys to decision making is to stick to your decision. That's the bit that many people don't actually get right. It's quite easy to make a decision, but it's harder to stick to it. Now, if you think about it, any decision, you make a lot of decisions in your life, some of them inconsequential, some of them very big decisions. And if you think of, say, two lines running away from a decision, and if you think at the beginning, you're starting here, and if you go on one path, you go to that outcome. If you go another path, you go to that outcome. Now at the beginning, they both start there. And if you look at that decision, say, a day or so later, might not be much different. But as you go on, the gap between those two outcomes gets greater and greater. And that's really why you need to stick to your decision. So there's an example I could give you. So Tom, who's currently an office worker, he decides he wants to retrain as a builder. So he takes that decision and he signs up for a bricklayer's course. And that bricklayer's course doesn't start for another 2 months. So for 2 months his decision doesn't look any different, but he knows in his head it's different. And then 2 months later he starts his course. It starts getting different because he starts going to the college and learning how to lay bricks. And then in a year's time he's an apprentice with a builder, and it looks different again from his office job. And then in 3 years' time it looks vastly different. He's gained enough skills. He's he's earning different money. He's working different hours. He's very different in 3 years' time to what he was when he was working in the office. But at the beginning there wasn't much difference. And that's the key you've got to recognize, that at the beginning of making a decision about stopping gambling, you may not see much difference, but you need to stick with it and let time go on. And as you stick to that decision, you will see a very different outcome to the path you've been on.